What is up, everybody? Ninja Nick here with Tactical Gaming, bringing you a Difo video. I've really done one on his videos. Love the dude's opinions every single time. It's on point. Making fun of all the stupid hypocrisy when it comes to dating women and, you know, how for some reason they think that they can say and do whatever they want and like dudes will just be happy to have them in their presence, when nowadays generation of dudes have learned that nope, it's better to be either single and hanging out with your friends and having fun and doing your own thing instead of having some crazy ass nagging woman who literally ain't gonna give you none, do nothing for you, just nag, nag, nag. Now, I mean, that also doesn't mean there isn't good women out there, because there are. And for those good women out there, y'all rock. And I feel sorry for you, really do, because, like, a lot of these dumb, nasty bitches out here just making y'all look bad and look crazy and just insufferable must be horrible. But this one is going to be about promiscuous women going back to church acting as if they're holier than thou now and they aren't the same person they were before.
Former promiscuous woman is, quote, damaged goods and questions whether a Christian young man should marry her.
No, they
Remember Rahab. She was a prostitute but became a mother in the lineage of Jesus. God redeemed her, cleansed her, and Salmon married her. There's a certain meme that often...
Some of the biggest simps in the world, I would definitely say, would be Christians. And I mean, like, devout Christians, people who were, like, sitting there believing forgiveness and everything else. Because, you know, there's certain things you can forgive, and yeah, people can become better and change and all of that. But the thing is, a promiscuous woman is always going to be a promiscuous woman, and you can guarantee that that dude she gets married to is not going to get nowhere near the amount of promiscuity or any kind of, like hotness that all the others before him got. And you can guarantee her downstairs is going to be dry as the Sahara Desert.
Comes up on the internet when this type of discourse is happening, and it looks like this. It says body count 30 equals a used up hole, but then you hand a Bible to it and it becomes body count 30 plus dress plus Bible equals used up hole with Bible. And
Love
boy,
it.
fellas, do we have an insane example of a used up hole with a Bible today.
Did I get such a godly, sweet, loving, servant-hearted husband after being with so many horrible men?
Servant-hearted husband?
So many horrible men. I was with
The fuck
so
you mean
many
by that?
horrible men in my past. I can't even count how many men I've been with.
I can't even count how many men I've been with.
Oh my God, it's
past
gross.
before I was a Christian.
The amount of
they're all
DNA
horrible to
swimming
me.
in your
And
body.
of course, that all changed once I became a Christian because God.
Of course, it all changed when I became a Christian. Liar.
Christ-like men are like Jesus.
Like
Oh my
Jesus.
God.
I wanted a genuinely godly Christian man, and I found him at church.
So this is
Yeah,
the wife
that poor
of this
man.
guy here, whose tweet we're going to be examining today. It's a little bit long.
My wife was
You can
formerly
just
promiscuous.
read the
I
very
was a
first
virgin.
sentence, and you already know
Damn.
where we're going to be going with this. It says, "My wife was formerly promiscuous. I was a virgin." Pal, I'm going to stop you right there, okay? Fellas in the audience listening to this, I
So
want
sad.
you to know there's
Dude.
some good news in all of this, that it is completely optional to reveal to the world that your wife used to be a whore. Right?
Yeah.
You don't have to say any of this anywhere to anyone at any time.
He literally probably thinks it's a flex. I, a virgin, made this promiscuous whore a godly Christian woman. I can do it. You can too. Don't do it, guys. Don't do it. If she is an ex-porn star, OnlyFans person, like cam girl, like just e-whore, just don't do it. It's not worth your time.
For any reason at all. If you want to go
Find
and
an actual
marry a
wholesome woman. They
born-again hoe
exist.
that's been ran through by like 50, 60 guys, that is completely up to you. But
Yeah.
the good news is you don't have to say a word to anyone about it ever. And somebody should have told this guy this. Now, we're going to read this whole
Pastor's
thing that
laughing
he's
at
going to
him.
write here about what a whore his wife used to be and how she's not one anymore. And trust me, bro, it's all good. Even
Oh,
though
God.
she had like dozens of sexual partners and I had zero. We all know that's a great dynamic for a relationship, right? When you have an inexperienced man with a very experienced woman. It's not all that particularly
Yeah, that
surprising based
experienced
on his
woman ain't
attitude.
having
Look,
sex
I
with
know
that
this
man.
guy is a man of God, right? Christian, all of.
Don't mean to make fun of the dude, but is he still a virgin? Because I don't imagine she's going to be all hot and bothered and ready to jump into that man's pants.
This is going to be shrouded with that as a background, but he looks like he doesn't get bitches. He looks like he's very inexperienced with women, so all of it adds up. All I know is things could have been different for you, bro, okay? Look at the way he's looking at his wife on his wedding day. I mean, her mouth just must reek of other dudes' dicks,
Right.
Which is exactly why she
Semen
should have
demon.
taken up something from today's video sponsor.
Succubus.
We'll be right back with more of this crazy story. Fellas, I have some bad news for you. Your breath smells like ass.
Breath,
It just
yes.
does.
Oh my
you
God.
need something that's gonna make your breath not smell like ass, so you don't give girls
Not
the
doing
ick
Tish Hanley
when
no
you're
more.
trying to go out with them. Which is why I've partnered up with Breath Death, the creators of
I don't think that was
Crystal
a
Breath,
good,
to sponsor today's video.
thing to
This
come
right
out of the
here is
mouth.
the live sound of your breath no longer smelling like ass. Take a listen.
Pop Rocks? Sounds like Pop Rocks. Who remembers that candy?
Damn, that shit tastes good. So these are not mints. They're not gum. There's nothing fake in them. It's not a masking product. There's no chewing involved. It dissolves on your tongue and actually destroys bad breath at the source with the power of zinc. So it takes all of those nasty, disgusting,
put zinc in your
volatile
mouth.
sulfuric compounds that accumulate on the back of your tongue and destroys them. Once you take a hit of this, you are clinically fresh
brush
for
your
up
tongue.
to 4 hours. So you don't have to worry about going in that interview, going on that date, or anything else you might be doing where bad breath is going to kill the vibe. All natural, zero
Just brush your
calories, it
tongue.
works fast, and it is dentist approved, and it comes in 2 flavors. So there's the original mint, and then I just got this today in the mail, the new lemon mint. So whatever you're feeling that day,
Okay.
you just take it with you in these convenient tubes, easy to carry around. It's just an awesome product. I actually love the stuff, and I think once you try it, you will not want to go back to regular chewing gum, man. Since Breath Death is sponsoring today's video, they are offering the fellas an amazing deal. When you click the link in the description or scan this QR code here on your screen right now, you will get an additional 10% off. That's an exclusive deal you won't get anywhere
Never
else
tried
but
it.
this
Sounds like
channel.
Pop
So
Rocks.
click the link to get started on your mission to kill
Kinda-
bad breath.
kinda very
Stop your
creative
mouth
to
from
sit there and
smelling
take
like
the
gas
idea of
today.
Pop Rocks
Big
and
vouch
turn
from
it
me.
into, like,
Thank you, Breath Death, for
a breath
sponsoring
thing.
today's video.
funny.
All right, guys, we're back. So powerful that it could even get rid of the smell of like 5,000 dicks in your mouth. All right,
I wonder if
let's
there's something
read
like
this
that
tweet.
for her badge.
I'm getting carried away
'Cause I
here.
bet it
Sit
smells
back,
like low
relax,
tide.
and enjoy, fellas. Okay, here we go. My wife was formerly promiscuous. I was a virgin. She was then radically born again, committed
Radically?
to church, evangelized constantly, Puritan books in her bedroom, prayer journals, grief over past sexual sin, etc.
You know
We
this
got
man
to
ain't
know
getting
each
none.
other for well over a year, dated for 4 months, engaged for 2.5, and didn't sin sexually with one another. Our first kiss with each other was at
I was right. He has not gotten any.
the altar on our wedding day. Reaction pic attached. So this is the look on dude's face after he
She's
gets
more
his first
pure than
kiss.
most
Look,
virgins.
guys,
Are you serious?
I don't want to shit on what it all stands for, right? I think it's good to be pure and all that. But my God, this dude is just diving in head
I hope you got a DNA test for those kids, my guy. Like, I really hope you did.
first into a sea of shit he has no idea how deep it's actually going to be and how hard it may be to get out of and all the problems that's going to come with it. It's all fun and games on the wedding day after you get your first kiss. You know how much he probably built that up to himself and now he's finally going to know what a pussy smells like this night? Like, this is the best day of this dude's life. But what about after? What about when it all wears off? I
So
genuinely
dumb.
fear for him. You know, I'm not mad at him. I'm just afraid for him. That's all, man. Continuing on, we've been married for 5 years now, and she's been the most wonderful and godly wife, mother to our 3 children, and homemaker you could imagine. She's more pure than most virgins, as biblical purity has less to do with past sins, though they certainly matter.
I could have swore I thought biblical purity meant as in you are a virgin on your wedding day, and the person who takes your virginity is your husband and wife. Not, oh well, she's a born again virgin and now she's also a born again Christian, so she is as pure and or more pure than a fucking virgin. That is hypocritical and asinine there, guy.
And more to do with one's
You are a
current
simp.
posture of the heart in daily decisions to honor the Lord.
He is a
Look,
simp.
man, The Bible may say that, and that's great and all. And again, not knocking it, but come on.
The Bible...
You're inhaling the...
That is definitely simp shit. And the thing is, any man who is going to let a woman into his life that literally was very sexually active with a whole bunch of dudes and was not even sexually active with you the entire time you guys were like together until you were married, it literally shows, dude, that woman don't want you. She probably enjoys the money you make. She probably enjoys the fact that she can get you to do anything she wants. But I would definitely still get a DNA test on those fucking kids.
Largest dose of copium known to man here, and everybody sees it for what it is. I honestly had to decide, like, am I getting rage baited the first time that I ever saw this? Because it's just like, dude, purity? Really? This ran through woman is more pure than most virgins?
Right?
Is that what I heard?
Yeah.
Sure, Jan.
When I read that, I was like,
everyone
what?
seems to highlight the benefits of virginity, and it certainly is a blessing. Well, only you know that, my guy. She don't know what the fuck that's like. That's long gone for her.
The benefits
we
of
forget
being
to highlight
forgiven.
the benefits of being forgiven much as well. My wife knows the depths of Jesus'
I bet she knows
forgiveness
the
more than
depths of
most
Jesus'
people,
forgiveness.
enabling her to more easily live out a life of passionate
That her
love
depths
for her
of Jesus'
Savior.
forgiveness
A
is
woman
9
or
inches.
man's past sexual sin matters, but what matters far more when it comes to deciding who to marry is if the person is truly born again, if the repentance is real, if they truly have a heart for Christ, if they truly follow Jesus and obey his commands. In
I feel sorry for
conclusion, that
any
caused me to think it
Christian
was
dudes
just
right
fine
now.
to call her a whore on the internet and settle for being the 101st body... Oh, wait, that was my edit, sorry. Fellas, how are we feeling about this, okay? I know it's not even the end of the video yet. We still got more to go, but
Oh, God.
you gotta drop your initial thoughts down in the comments here, because, yeah, there's a lot of things running through my head after I read something like this. I mean, there was lots of
Dude is a
backlash
simp.
on the internet. He then did a follow-up tweet that's kind of mocking all the replies he got. He puts all these things in quotes. Not all secret things need to be made public. You're throwing your wife under the bus. You still have time to delete this. He says, firstly, the story has been public for years when my wife was the first one who decided to discuss this publicly. Wow. You give a woman a mic, she'll just tell you about all the dicks she sucked, man.
Yep.
It's fucking crazy. Every female
with so many
podcast, I
horrible
hear the same
dudes,
type
I
of shit.
sucked all
Every
their
girl on TikTok, you scroll, you're just talking to the camera, willy-nilly. They just offer it up without being provoked. It's really, really unbelievable. She delights in sharing her testimony with others. Yeah. I bet she really delights in all the reminiscing, too.
Right.
He says, secondly, I
Steve,
agree
remember
that
when you
not
claimed
all
I'm a
secret
Pepe last
things
time?
need to be made public. There is honor and wisdom in concealing certain matters. This is precisely why I chose not to go into details surrounding past sin and kept it brief. I quite literally just shared 5 words about her life before Christ in this post. I mean, my brother in Christ, those 5 words were all we kind of needed to hear, you know? Your wife was a whore. We're sorry about it. Get well soon. You know, I don't know what to tell you. And she clearly likes to talk about it,
and your
too.
wife
I mean, we saw in the
gave
beginning of the
birth to
video,
children.
she's out there
Your
on
children are
Instagram
the,
talking about, I don't even know how many dudes.
Like, he doesn't understand that he had kids with a whore. That puts bad testimony onto those children as well when it comes to that. I feel sorry for those kids. Let's hope the kids don't find out about mom's past. Let's hope you don't end up with any daughters, because if so, those daughters just might end up being like mom. So, as a husband, as a future father, as all of that, you got to put forward thought on who you're putting your seed into and what you're doing. Because trust and believe me, you're going to be into a world of hell if this lady turns out to be what I think she's going to be. And that's going to be a big old massive headache for you.
I've been with.
I was with so many horrible men in my past. I can't even count how many men I've been with.
The replies.
Sorry.
Exactly what you would think it is. Dude,
I've been with so
walking
many
up
horrible men, I
out of
can't even
clear
count.
blue. Hey, my wife used to be a whore. People log onto this app every single day and post personal things that you could not waterboard out of me. This one was kind of messed up. Can't decide what's colder. Telling the world your wife is a whore or posting this photo, and he zooms all the way in on
That's
her.
funny.
Come on, man. Is this kind of off limits? I don't know. It's the internet. I guess nothing's off limits in reality. How many bodies are we talking about here, man? Okay,
She can't even
you married
count,
hoe,
so it's a
cool
lot.
story, bro. My brother in Christ. Some things are just not meant to be on the internet. Bro, why would you say this publicly about your wife on social media? You could have just not said anything.
Right?
One of my favorite ones was, boy, did you pick the wrong place to post this. I
Yes.
just love it so much, man. I love when you see bullshit out there
Don't
on the
post
internet.
shit like that on the
We need a
internet
break
without
from all the
expecting to
bombs
get roasted.
flying in the Middle East. Gotta have something to laugh at here. I did want to share this one other tweet, and it's not really related to the first one. It's not in the same thread or string. However, I do think there's a close correlation
Oh, God.
here. And although, I'm happy for this guy that married this 304 and hope it
not.
all
I
works
feel sorry
out
for him.
genuinely, right? Because we don't like to see the
I
dissolution
hope
of
it
a
don't
family.
backfire
That's never
on
a
him,
good
but
thing. So I hope it works out.
realistically-
However, I fear that something like this may happen to him from his wife's point of view. This once retired, but I think unretired now host says, for 12 years, I was
is
married
gonna be
to a
this guy.
conventionally nice guy. He never hit me, never cheated on me. He never even argued much. He was calm, quiet, and agreeable. In the beginning, I thought that meant I was safe and I felt lucky to have him because other women had worse, right? But this is exactly why the marriage eventually failed. His good
Goddamn.
guy image meant he never led, he never decided, he never carried weight. So I did. I had to step in and keep the boat rowing and afloat financially, emotionally, strategically, and eventually I was left tired, exhausted, and resentful because nice without initiative is passivity, and passivity turns a wife into infrastructure. I wasn't married to a monster, I was married to a passenger, and I had to step off that car that was leading me to oblivion. So that is a great...
Just, I'm gonna leave that there. And this is the epitome of why nice guys finish last. There's nothing wrong with being a good man, right? Like, being a good man, and what I mean by a good man is knowing when to stand your ground against your wife, against your girlfriend, your spouse, whatever, right? And I'm not saying, like, be mean or anything, but if you know you're right and they are wrong, do not let them sit there and, like, have that, like, oh, see, I'm right, you're wrong. No. If they're wrong, they're wrong. Period. If you need to have an argument with your spouse because they said something or did something that you do not stand with, you got to share that shit. Don't sit there and get angry. Don't sit there and get loud. Don't sit there and start crying. Just sit there and say, you fucked up. And you have two choices. You can either fix this or we are done. Like, you need to have a backbone. You need to have a spine. As a good man, you do not sit there and take no slights of disrespect from your spouse, period. And you call them out on their disrespect and you tell them what they did that disrespected you. And that is exactly how you, as a good man, can retain a woman. Oh, at least a good one. The shitty ones will fucking leave. They will try to placate your fucking emotions because for some reason it seems like dudes have more emotion and depth of emotion than women do. Because most of their emotion is only skin deep, meaning they care about themselves. The good ones are a different story. The good ones actually have empathy, actually care, actually want everything to work out. So avoid women like this, period. Especially if you want to be happy.
Great, beautiful, poetic way of saying you got bored and left because
Yep.
you're a whore. And this is typically what happens, all right?
Yes.
I read about this type of stuff all the time, dude. It's all over the internet. These girls that get run through in their 20s and 30s, they finally find a dude, they settle down, and then they just realize that their nervous system has been so overstimulated by all this crazy chaos that they've been living in for the last 10 years
Yep.
that when they get a regular normal guy, they settle down with him, they get bored. And
Yep.
that guy can unfortunately just never compete with all the chads that came before them because the now boring husband is just not willing to create that type of chaos in her life. And women don't leave good men. They leave boring ones. And I feel very, very
Yep.
afraid that
They
that
leave
is
the
what
nice
is going to
guys.
happen to this guy here. Again, I hope it doesn't happen, right?
There's literally a difference
I'm
between
not
good
rooting
and nice.
against him. I just wouldn't want my son making this move that this man made. It's
Oh,
a very,
I would
very
not let
risky
my son
move.
do that.
Ugh,
It's up to him,
anyway,
but still,
fellas,
I'd be like, nope.
What do you got to say about all this, all right? If your wife is a whore, man, you just, again, you don't have to tell anybody. Nobody has to know about it. I mean, why would you even want to know? You want to know all the gruesome details about all the dudes that have been, I don't want to think about that. I'm not talking about it anymore. All right, you guys let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. I'm sure the fellas will have so much to say about all this,
Yeah.
and I look forward to reading your responses as always. If you guys enjoyed the video or were absolutely horrified by it, then do not forget to leave a thumbs up and
Yep,
subscribe
go check
for
out
more
his
awesome,
video.
amazing
Not
videos
even the
just
Bible
like
can
this.
fix her.
Turn on your goddamn notifications so that you can be a part of the buzz every single time a new video goes live. Special thank you to my channel members as always for your extra support. You guys are, in fact, the true MVPs, and I could not be doing this without you. Check out Defy merch down below. Follow me on
But yeah, make sure you guys go check out Difo or Dying Food. Dude has great videos. Basically talks about the dynamic of men and women dating and marriage and all of that, especially as of recently with all these OF and like ex porn stars crying and whining that like they can't get married or find a husband, or why they don't respect their husbands. But go check his video out. Go check his channel out. Give him a follow. He's a great dude. Um, go check out w.gg and use my code TacticalGaming90 for 10% off. They help smaller creators much like myself to get sponsorships and everything. Go check them out. You might be able to get sponsored. Zero sugar, non-jittery energy supplements. Hopefully you all enjoyed this video. Catch me for the next one, guys. Later.